about the color purpling of the black community. How many times do we hear that women out here dealing with all this abuse, abuse, abuse? I'm gonna do the show on abuse next week because I'm tired of hearing this bullcrap. I do not see women being abused. I don't see women. I don't see black women being physically abused. Never really have. I'm gonna just say it. I never really have seen black women being abused. In my entire life, I have known of one woman, and that was one of my mother's friends back in the 70s. One. And she and her husband, or she and her man, they would fight each other. One. Emotional abuse. I will tell you, the emotional abuse comes from women to men.
On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk.
Domestic discipline, in a nutshell, is me and Courtney are married. And Courtney and I are vibing. But Courtney knows that she can get on one sometimes. And we sit down and say, when you get on one, and after we go through the process, and I use the safe word, banana split, and you still stay on one after I say banana split. You heard me say banana split. I acknowledge you heard me say banana split, and you stay on one. Well, then it's time for the domestic discipline. And it is exactly what it sounds like. Lay across the knee and on our ass. It's actual spanking.
And I talked about how men do not have to give respect in order to receive respect. That men should just give respect off GP. And I was just kind of just blown because, like, my sister felt the need that she not only tried to disrespect me, but when my grandfather was in the house and said he didn't want no yelling in the house, she just totally disregarded him. Mm-hmm. And my concern is that even in marriages, the relationships, and just even as strangers, that women feel that it's okay to disrespect a man. Can you speak on that?
Yeah, I'm gonna use it a couple of ways and tie it into something I heard earlier. If we can't hold anybody accountable that we are directly tied to, we can't have a community. The women today don't fear what Sean Connery told Barbara Walters. There are times when the best course of action is to slap a woman. Slap becomes a good option. And you only have to do it once. Shahrazad Ali tried to say that stuff and it set the black community on fire. Why is this? There's no low-level threat of violence between women and men today. Women are allowed to be verbally disrespectful beyond the point of reason because there's no consequence, because they don't fear the repercussion.
The question is, with the rise of violence, especially against black women, they're being murdered left and right, pregnant, their children. And we have a man named Kevin Samuels sitting on his platform talking about domestic violence is none in the black community. He don't even understand why it's an issue because there's no such thing, because he's never seen it. The only violence he's seen as a child is between a husband and wife, and they was fighting each other. And it's sad to say that channels uphold him in this. He's going from channel to channel talking about domestic discipline. Come on now. Who has control of domestic discipline? He's promoting domestic violence and he's monetized for doing it. And the sad thing about it is you have women sitting on a panel with him laughing and giggling and have nothing to say while black women are getting slain on the street and they laugh about domestic discipline. YouTube, when is the bloodshed of black women going to be important to you? How much money is worth the life of a helpless woman or child. I'm Mama Rain. Like, share, and subscribe. And as always, have a great day. And don't forget to leave that comment. Bye.